In a seaside town like Worthing, even at this time of year, the weather can play some strange tricks on you. So if you're thinking of a walk on the beach, it's as well to take some precautions against the cold winds that still blow in off the sea. Harry Heath has lived in Worthing for 6 years, so he knows a thing or two about the weather here. But when he wraps up well to go out for a walk, some of his neighbours have been heard to suggest that perhaps he does get just a little bit carried away. It has to be admitted that Harry does look rather odd as he goes clanking off down the road outside his suburban home. But he's quite happy to brave the quizzical glances of his neighbours. Because while some men have a passion for golf or fishing or model aircraft, Harry's just wild about armour.
Come on.
And not just walking about in it either. Because when the mood takes him, thanks to a friendly local riding stable who keep a charger standing by ready saddled, Harry can go for a ride in all his glory across the Sussex Downs.
Come on, Will.
Do you want me to lead you?
No.
If Harry's armour looks tailor-made just for him, it's because when he's not actually wearing his armour, he's busy making it. His full-time job is head of the metalwork department at the Worthing College of Further Education. He spends most of his spare time in a little shed in his back garden, carefully beating out each of the 60 separate pieces that go to make up just one of these suits. It's lucky for Harry that his wife Brenda shares his enthusiasm for his hobby. She has to be on hand to help him with the painful business of putting his armour on.
That's fairly easy. Fasten those. Come round here. On the first hole. Right, now the next arm. Lift up this shoulder guard.
Oh.
Yes, that's it. Just the first hole. Now put the helmet on. There's the go. Place him on. That's it. That's it. Now leave the visor up. That's it.
And once he's gone through the struggle of putting on his night dress, so to speak, it seems a pity not to show it off around the town. Harry, this is horribly uncomfortable walking around in all this gear. Do you do it very often?
No, only on odd occasions, you know, but I agree with you, it is jolly uncomfortable.
I mean, what sparked off your interest in armour?
That was when I first went up to London and I had a look round the tower there and I was admiring Henry VIII's armour. I suddenly decided to start to have a go at making a few of these, and this is my second one, which you're now looking at, and this is what I call my Harris Mark II, and I'm jolly well pleased with this one.
Well, let's stop here for a moment, because I think we're frightening everybody to death with the noise.
Oh, are we?
But what's the most interesting thing from your point of view? Is it the craftsmanship involved or the historical accuracy of it?
Well, a little bit of both actually, but I'm basically, being a sheet metalwork lecturer, I'm interested in the craftsmanship involved, yes.
Can you pick out some of the details for us, some of the things that you think are interesting about it?
Well, I rather like the arms here, which of course being articulated, as you know, it's very difficult to design armour. I added this to give us all the necessary movement, both shoulder and forward and rear movement. And I rather care for the skirt, but it guards a particularly vulnerable area, but nevertheless I'm jolly well interested in it.
What's the thing on your chest there?
This is a deflector plate. I believe it is meant to protect the left-hand side of the wearer from thrusts, sword thrusts, and round the heart, to reinforce the area around the heart. Yes. I find this weighs somewhere about 50 pounds, but it's evenly distributed. I find that my shoulders are beginning to ache, but the helmet's quite comfortable.
Who would be likely to have worn a suit of armour like that?
Well, the the kings and the aristocracy. Certainly the foot soldiers and the everyday soldier wouldn't have been able to afford one of these. I should think in the 15th century one of these would have cost about £100. How much that is in present day terms, I would leave you to estimate this.
How long did it take you to make it?
I would say about 100 hours, this one, yes.
And is the idea that you're going to sell it, or do you want to keep it for your own purposes, or what?
Well, I should like to be able to sell it, but I think I probably can sell it, but it doesn't worry me if I can't sell it. I shall certainly keep it, because it's quite an attractive piece of furniture, I might add, that goes very well in our lounge.
How much? Yes, well, it does. It looks lovely standing in the corner of the room. It looks like sort of uninvited guest. But how much do you think it's worth?
My estimate is £200 to £250, this one.